Let's look at an application of least squares regression, and one of those applications is life expectancy. Okay, we're going to do this by example. So let's have a look at this table. So this table shows the number of infant deaths per 1,000 live births in Australia from 2006 to 2015. And the source of this data is from the Australian Bureau of Statistics. So the year, I've just written that in red, from 2006 to 2015, okay? And the deaths per 1,000 live births is in blue, 4.7, 4.1, so on to 3.2. So part A, we're going to find the correlation coefficient and we're going to comment on the strength of the relationship. So just before I do that, what do you think? Okay, I think looking at the data, the blue, the numbers in blue, we can see that as the years progress, the numbers in blue seem to drop. So we're expecting some kind of a negative relationship, whether it's strong or moderate or weak. Well, that's where calculating the correlation coefficient, that R, okay. So the pronumeral R, that's where we'll be able to make a better decision or be able to justify the strength of the relationship. So let's do that. Obviously, part B, we're going to find the equation of the least squares regression line, and we'll do that. We'll do that later on. Okay. First things first, though. Let's work out the correlation coefficient. Okay. So hopefully you can see that. Okay. Just zoom it in there. Okay. Remember how to get into stat mode? It already is. Okay. So I'll just look it up. So mode. Okay. Number 2 stat, and number 2 again. So mode 2 to get it into the bivariate data mode or regression mode. Okay, now we're going to enter in the data. So X represents the years, so from 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. Okay, there should be 10 items there. And let's enter in now the numbers in blue. So 4.7, 4.1, 4.1, 4.2, 4.1, 3.8, 3.3, 3.6, 3.4, and 3.2. Okay. Now press AC. Okay. Shift 1 to bring up the stat menu, and then we're going to press number 5, so for regression, okay, and number 3, okay, which is the correlation coefficient, and we get negative 0.92. Okay, so R is equal to negative 0.92. According to the scale, that represents a strong negative relationship. Okay, so or a strong negative correlation. We'll use that word. Okay, so it's pretty clear, at least from 10 years worth of data. I'll just zoom out a bit. Okay, from 10 years worth of data, that over the last 10 years, the deaths per thousand is actually reducing. It's actually getting better. Okay, so which it's actually improving the stats there. Okay, have a think about why that might be, and we'll go on to part B. Okay, so part B, let's find the equation of the least squares regression line. That's like the y equals mx plus c. Okay, now I'll just press the AC again. Shift 1. Hopefully you can see that without me having to zoom into the calculator. Number 5. Okay, reg. Remember, A is the Y-intercept, B is the gradient. Okay, so I might do this. I might actually put some pronumerals here just to make it a little bit easier. So we'll call this T, okay, for time. Okay, and we'll call this D, deaths per thousand. So we'll call that D. All right. So using those pronumerals, okay, D is equal to, okay, we'll do the gradient first, number 2, and we might do this to maybe 4 decimal places. So just to make it a little bit more accurate, negative 0.1448 t. Okay, t represents like the x-axis, okay, the independent variable. Now we need to work out what the y-intercept is going to be. Okay, shift 1, reg 5, a, number 1. And the y-intercept, and it looks like a fairly high number, 295. Okay, and we might use 4 decimal places here as well, 0, 6, 7, 9. Okay, so that's our least squares regression line, and then we can use to predict, or for prediction, for interpolation and extrapolation. Okay, hopefully you remember what they mean. All right, let's have a look at, there's 2 questions that I've written here. Okay, so estimate the mortality rate, okay, in the year 2025. Okay, so we're going to use our least squares regression line to work that out. So just remember 2025. So I'm just going to go back to our least squares formula. Okay, and let's enter this in here. So negative 0.1448 times 2025. Okay, because that's our t. T represents the time in years, plus our y-intercept. So that's going to be 295.0679. And we get 1.85. Okay, so because the numbers in blue here are 1 decimal place, let's keep our answer to 1 decimal place. So it's going to be 1.8. Okay. So is equal to, or it's probably approximately equal to 1.8 deaths per 1,000, okay, estimated. All right. Now, state one limitation of this model, and then one thing we'll have a quick discussion as to explain why you think the numbers have been dropping from 2006 to 2015. State one limitation of the model. Where do you think that there's a limitation to this? It's pretty clear based on the model that the bigger this value t, the smaller d is going to get. It's a negative relationship, right? It's sort of going downward. We can't have a death rate that's negative. We can have one that's 0. That's in a perfect world. We're going to have a 0 death rate, which is really nice if we can achieve that. But a negative death rate doesn't make any sense. Let's have a think about that for a moment. Okay. So, what about estimating the mortality rate in the year, let's say, 2100? Okay, so in the year 2100, what would that be? So I've got the formula here ready. So instead of 2025, okay, I'm going to put 2100 and let's see what happens. We get a death rate of -9. Okay. D is approximately equal to -9. Doesn't make any sense, right? Okay. So in other words, this model will only work up to a certain point. Beyond that point, basically, it basically has no meaning, and we can't use this model. So what we should say is that the model is only valid up to a particular year, beyond which the death rate becomes negative. which makes no sense. You could word it any which way, it doesn't really matter. But as long as you can show that there's a particular year where or at a particular point, the death rate makes no sense whatsoever. So we can say that the model really is only valid up to a particular year and no further. Okay, I could ask at what year potentially it's not valid, but at this point, I think it's good enough just to state that up to a particular year and beyond, the death rates make no sense at all.